Hey, everybody. It's Tuesday, May the 6th, and I'm Chris Allen here with your 270 weather. Weather for the 270 area code and beyond. Whether you live in the 615, the 364, the 859, the 606, the 502, I've got you all covered. Yeah. All right. So it's been dreary. It's been like that last few days. Today, I think we're finally going to see some sunshine, and it's going to look and even feel better. And there's your proof. The Plano Cam. Look at that. Here at 7:19 a.m. Central Time on this 6th day of May. Beautiful blue sky. How about that? Now, it may not stay this way all day, but at least it's better than what we've seen lately. And we saw signs of some drier air working in yesterday afternoon as the skies began to clear up just a little bit toward the end of the day as high pressure begins to work in. That's the high pressure between two areas of low pressure. The first one that really just sat here all weekend and just cranked out lots of rain, lots of cloudy skies, lots of chilly temperatures. It is moving away. High pressure building in for today. Today is going to be really the only really totally dry day that we're going to see this week because starting tomorrow, we're going to go back into the pretty much the almost same kind of pattern that we saw over the weekend that put a dousing on the Derby. Remember that? Yeah, that was sloppy. It was really sloppy for the horses and everybody that was there in attendance at the Derby. Now, I will tell you that the second low pressure system is not going to be in the same position as the first one, which means it's not going to be sitting right on top of us like this first low did. So it's not going to be quite as rainy, quite as sloppy, quite as chilly as it has been lately. That will be at least, hopefully, that's going to be better for us because yesterday we only made it up to 59 for a high temperature at the Bowling Green Airport. That's 17 degrees cooler than the normal high of 76. 17 degrees off of where we should be. And you could feel it. The low was 47, and we picked up 3/100ths of an inch of rain yesterday with those little pesky showers and mist and drizzle, which is now gone. Thank goodness. But as I mentioned, we're still going to have to deal with the second area of low pressure, which is going to move in tomorrow. But at least for today, we get a break, and it's going to be a nice break. Here's a look at radar. Look, for the first time in days, no rainfall, no precipitation out there at all. The only thing that we're seeing this morning, fog. There's some patchy fog, not so much thick fog here in southern Kentucky, but those gray shaded counties up there in Illinois, Indiana, all and parts of northwestern Kentucky along the Ohio and the Wabash River. Those are fog advisories. Fog advisories this morning. That's where the fog is the thickest. But we've got some fog around here. There's certain places that's seeing a little bit of low visibility this morning, but that will improve as we go through the day because we're going to get some drier air working in here, and that's going to make things really nice. Speaking of nice, let's take a look at the high resolution satellite view. Look at this. Ah, that's blue sky. That's what I just showed you on the Plano cam. How about that? Yeah. And there are some drifting clouds here and there. But eventually, it is all going to be mainly sunny with maybe some clouds drifting in by the afternoon. I want to point out one feature here on this high resolution satellite view. You see, this is the Cumberland River. This is the land between the lakes. Look how the imagery is showing the outline of the lake and the river. That's fog. And then you go over here toward Paducah and you get on the Ohio River. Notice how that band of gray, white hugs. And look at that Mississippi River over toward Cape Girardeau. That's fog being picked up by the satellite. How about that? That's what we're seeing this morning. There's even some down here. There's Dale Hollow Lake. And look at this right along the Cumberland River, again, coming out of Nashville through Hartsville, Tennessee, Gainesboro. You go on up as the Cumberland River goes into Lake Cumberland, and that's fog right there being picked up on the satellite view. Isn't that cool? When you've got the conditions such as they are this morning, then you can see nice little features like that. Just wanted to point that out to you. Okay, let's go to the Kentucky Mezzanette and see what kind of numbers we're dealing with this morning. Cool, of course, 40s and 50s. Lots of 50s. There's just a few 40s, mid and upper 40s. And then you start to see some low 50s all across the area. Checking on rainfall past 24 hours, hardly anything. There were some places that picked up a little something, something. Most of it less than a tenth of an inch yesterday, with those little light rain showers that continued to rotate on the backside of the low pressure system. Winds are primarily out of the south and southwest at about 3 to 5 miles per hour. And that high pressure building in today is going to help dry things out a little bit more. But yeah, there's that second area of low pressure, which we've got to deal with. But for today, if you need to do something outdoors today, yard work, because I know, after all this rain, everything's like a jungle out there. Maybe today is the day to get some yard work done. I know it's a Tuesday, but still, if you want to try to get your lawn taken care of before it starts to rain a little bit again, today's the day. You may be able to sneak it in tomorrow, but today's the day. So here we are right now. High pressure. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Building in here, drying things out. But look at the fog. Yeah, that's where it's the thickest, as I showed you on the satellite view, up near the Ohio and the Wabash River, the Mississippi River, the Missouri River. Yeah, all those places getting the fog this morning. Patchy fog down around Nashville. You saw on the Cumberland River, there was some fog there and over toward Lake Cumberland. So, yeah, and it's just here and there. Here we go into 1 o'clock this afternoon. Beautiful sunny sky. There may be some high clouds approaching from the west, and you can see back here to the west. Here comes system number 2. It's going to be like the first, but it's going to be not as directly targeted over our area, the Ohio Valley, as the first one was. You can see the first one moving away up here, West Virginia. Here comes the second one. It's going to be positioned further south, but its effects will still be affecting us. 7 o'clock tonight, we'll see increasing clouds. We get into early Wednesday morning. We see another little area of patchy fog to the east. A little disturbance coming in off the second low that's further south. So some of the moisture will be transported further north toward us. Here's Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. around this time, and you see some light rain trying to work in here. I don't think it's going to be too heavy, and the coverage is not going to be all that big time like this last system was. Here's 7 p.m. tomorrow, and you see still some shower activity. Here's a front that's off to the northwest. Thursday, the front stalls, obviously, because it's this whole thing is just going to be like the last one. It's going to get stuck, it's going to stall, and then it's just going to sit there and spin. But at least the spin and the center of the low pressure system is going to be further south, and instead of sitting right over us like the last one did. But still, showers will be in the forecast. These are going to be light rain showers. I don't even see any thunderstorms the next few days with this. Here's early Friday morning, and right near the Tennessee border, the best chance of getting rain and further south. Again, this is a southern system instead of one that sits right over top of us. Here we go into 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Yeah, there's still some rain, light rain. High pressure is building back behind us, and the secondary low will start to get some momentum to move east through time. But the weekend will still feature, I'm going to call it isolated showers. It's not going to rain the whole time, okay? It's not going to be dreary the whole time. Clouds, showers, maybe, not that much. Measurable rain. Here's Sunday morning. Showers continue to the south. It's Mother's Day, by the way, this Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Sunday is Mother's Day. Just saying. I'm trying to help you out here. Don't forget. Okay. Here we go into Monday. Well, some residual showers pushing back into southern Kentucky, a little weak trough there. Even into Tuesday, there still may be a few showers, but look, this is not going to be that much. It's not going to be that terrible, and it's not going to be sitting right over at the top of us and just continuing to crank out that pesky shower activity. It's not going to be that this time, which is good. Here's a look at the blender, model blender, blend of models. And when you put them all together, here's the outcome. Here's the output. 70s, low 70s today. Not as chilly tonight. Low 50s. Back into the low 70s to mid 70s Wednesday, Thursday. And then we get more low 70s for the weekend, mid 70s, and maybe even closer to 80 by Mother's Day. This is Sunday right here. Excuse me. And then we go upper 70s to low 80s in the next week, and maybe even some mid 80s showing up next Thursday and Friday. That would be fantastic. That would be awesome. Yeah. So things are improving. We just got to give it a little more time. 72 and mostly sunny today, 73 tomorrow, 75 Thursday, a little shower here and there. Notice chances are 20 to 30%, not that much. And we keep it low. Rain chances will be low during the rest of this week into the weekend, even Mother's Day. Upper 70s to near 80. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. I'll see you guys as always tonight on News 40 at 5, 6, and 10, and on the News 40 weather app and at WNKY.com. If you need the app, which you do, if you do not have it on your phone, on your tablet, on your device that picks up the internet, you need to go right there where that QR code is down in the corner, and you need to download it and get it on your device today. That way you can keep up with the weather anytime you want. You don't have to wait on me. I appreciate that you watch, but you don't have to wait on me because everything that's there is here. And what's here is there all the time, 24/7, 365. Have a great day. Thanks for watching 270 Weather.